Hey there, YouTube fam. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into fascinating research topics. Today, we have an intriguing subject that affects all of us as consumers: the effect of pricing strategies on consumer perceptions of product value. In this video, I'll guide you through the process of researching this topic, and the best part is, you can choose any industry or company you're familiar with to conduct your own study. So, let's get started. Chapter 1. Chapter 1 sets the foundation for your research. It introduces your topic, establishes its significance, outlines the research problem, and sets the research objectives. Let's break it down step by step. First, we have the research problem. This is a statement that identifies an area of concern or a gap in the existing knowledge. For example, a research problem could be: do discount pricing strategies negatively impact consumers' perception of product quality? Next, we have the research significance. Here, you explain why your study is important and how it contributes to the field. It could be something like, understanding the effect of pricing strategies on consumer perceptions can help businesses develop effective pricing strategies that enhance customer satisfaction and loyalty. Now, let's talk about research questions. These are specific inquiries that guide your study. Here are 3 sample research objectives. 1. How do premium pricing strategies influence consumers' perceived product value? 2. What is the impact of promotional pricing on consumers' purchasing decisions? 3. Do dynamic pricing strategies affect consumers' perceptions of fairness? Research objectives, on the other hand, are broader statements that state what you aim to achieve through your research. Here are 3 sample research questions. 1. To investigate the relationship between pricing strategies and consumer perceptions of product value. 2. To identify the factors that influence consumers' evaluation of product value. 3. To examine the role of pricing transparency in shaping consumer perceptions of product value. Now, let's discuss the research rationale. This explains the motivation behind your study and the reasons why it's worth pursuing. For example, you could mention how previous studies have focused on the impact of pricing on purchase intention but have overlooked the effect on perceived product value. Next, we have the scope and limitations of your research. The scope defines the boundaries of your study, such as the specific industry or company you'll examine. Limitations, on the other hand, acknowledge the constraints and potential weaknesses of your research, such as sample size limitations or limited access to data. Chapter 2, Literature Review. Now, let's move on to Chapter 2, Literature Review, where you'll explore existing research and theories related to your topic. In simple terms, a literature review can be defined as a systematic and thorough examination of the existing literature and scholarly works relevant to your research area. It aims to identify key concepts, theories, methodologies, and findings from previous studies that are related to your research topic. Some suitable subtopics for this research could include the theory of rational choice and its implications for pricing strategies, behavioral economics and its impact on consumer decision-making, psychological factors influencing consumer perceptions of value, comparative analysis of their effects on perceived value. Chapter 3, Methodology. Chapter 3 is all about the methodology, the approach you'll take to conduct your research. Let's discuss some key elements. First, we have the research philosophy. In this type of research, a suitable philosophy could be positivism, which aims to explore causal relationships and gather quantifiable data to test hypotheses. Next, we have the research approach. Since we want to analyze the effect of pricing strategies on consumer perceptions, a deductive approach would be appropriate. This involves testing hypotheses derived from existing theories. Now, let's talk about the research strategy. In this case, a suitable strategy could be a survey-based approach, where you collect data through questionnaires or interviews to gather consumer perceptions and preferences. Lastly, we have the research choice. Given the nature of this research topic, a quantitative research approach would be most suitable. This allows you to analyze numerical data, such as ratings, rankings, and survey responses. Chapter 4, Data Analysis. Now that you have collected your data, it's time to move on to Chapter 4, Data Analysis. The method you choose will depend on whether your data is quantitative or qualitative. Let's explore both scenarios. If your data is quantitative, you'll use statistical techniques to analyze it. You can apply methods such as regression analysis to determine the relationship between pricing strategies and consumer perceptions of product value. Don't forget to interpret the statistical results and draw meaningful conclusions. On the other hand, if your data is qualitative, you'll use thematic analysis. This involves identifying patterns, themes, and recurring ideas from interviews, focus groups, or open-ended survey responses. Organize your findings into meaningful categories and provide rich descriptions to support your conclusions. Chapter 5. Conclusion and Recommendations. Finally, we've reached Chapter 5. Conclusion and Recommendations. In this section, you'll summarize your findings, discuss their implications, and provide recommendations for businesses or future research. Be sure to tie everything back to your research objectives and address any limitations you encountered. That's a wrap on the effect of pricing strategies on consumer perceptions of product value research topic. For a professional draft of this research, consider visiting www.ukproviders.com and accessing the "Get Your Discounted Price Here" option. I hope this guide helps you kickstart your own research journey. Remember, you have the freedom to choose any industry or company you're familiar with to conduct your study. Good luck, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting research topics. See you in the next video.